Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and patch 10.15 has finally got an official release date, with this newest update set to drop on the 11th of July. This update is set to arrive towards the tail end of the Winds of Sanctuary, which means now is the best time to catch up all of your potential future characters using the bonus experience limited time event. Lately, I've been getting messages from some of you that recently took a break from Azeroth, but were looking into potentially returning for the patch 10.15, with many of you wondering if there's any new content to look forward to. While not a major update like the patch 10.1, patch 10.15 is filled with its own features and its own content, from new open world activities, new class changes and talent tree revamps, a brand new dungeon, even more cosmetic rewards, and a bunch more quality of life improvements. So in this video, I wanted to help highlight every single feature and content update arriving with 10.15 and what you can expect to be greeted with as potentially a new or even a returning player. But right before we get into this feature video, most of you guys watching these are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you want to get more regular content regarding all of the newest Dragonflight updates and changes going forward. The class of Evoker is looking to expand its potential in the patch 10.15 by unlocking an entirely new playstyle of Augmentation, a spec of Evoker focused on buffing their allies, empowering them with the might of the Black Dragonflight, while enhancing their abilities with the power of the Bronze Time Manipulation. Augmentation is a ranged DPS playstyle similar to Devastation, though unlike Devastation, its gameplay isn't DPS focused. Rather, Augmentation Evokers empower their allies with the Ebon Might, while enhancing nearby allies with their Time Walker Mastery. Casting offensive spells, support abilities, and empowerment spells helps extend the duration of valuable group enhancements. Augmentation Evokers also come with enhanced disruption tools, can support tank players with external survivability buffs, and provide their healers with critical utility to help their groups overcome any tough enemy encounters. Patch 10.15 also introduces a brand new mega dungeon, Dawn of the Infinite, a Bronze Dragonflight themed instance which spans historic events and alternate timelines. Like every other mega dungeon from previous expansions, Dawn of the Infinite will be a mythic-only 8-boss instance full of new challenging encounters. Inside, you will face bosses like the incarnate Iridikron, Galakrond, and the infinite versions of familiar allies, ending the encounter with Dios, who seeks to bring about the transformation of Nosdormu into Murozond, the aspect of the infinite Dragonflight. Those of you looking to return back to Dragonflight after a long break from World of Warcraft will notice that your older characters will be greeted with a gear update. This new player update helps you get caught up quickly so you can dive back into your latest adventures. Your character's bags and quest logs will be cleared out entirely, and your character will be awarded with additional inventory space as well as fresh new gear to fit your current level. All of your older items will be mailed back to your character in case you ever have need of them. This feature will even teleport you back to your home capital city, so that you can have a much fresher start when getting back into this newest expansion's update. Patch 10.15 introduces brand new open world content starting with Time Rifts. Time Rifts are public world events which become available every handful of hours. During a Time Rift event, new doorways become open, releasing a floodgate of time-warped foes throughout the Tearhold Reservoir. Combat these new threats to earn Paracausal Flakes currency, which can then be spent with the Time Rift vendors. Many of these vendors are themed after some of the potential enemy types you will encounter during your Time Rifts. These vendors hold unique cosmetic rewards such as gear sets and armor pieces, new weapon models, as well as reshades of familiar expansion weapons, new mounts, pets, as well as other unique purchasable goods. A new area of Aeon's Fringe becomes open in the patch 10.15 and will contain new questlines for you to follow, as well as new daily quests where you work with the Bronze Dragonflight to settle disrupted timeways while earning unique rewards. You will find Aeon's Fringe located in the south part of Thaldraszus, near the Temporal Conflux. A new Whelp Daycare activity has been added into the patch 10.15 which will let you babysit and raise 5 Dragonflight whelps. This includes new unique questlines for each and every whelpling, new daily activities which will let you earn Dragonflight resources, teach these whelplings how to fly through unique dragon riding races, and even tame new pets all along the way. Speaking of dragon riding, new races become available in some of the old world zones in the patch 10.1.5, which allows you to race through some of the areas like the Barrens, Winterspring, as well as the Ungoro Crater. Freeform dragon riding isn't yet available in the old world content, though early data mining does suggest that this feature is arriving in a future update. Racing through Kalimdor earns you a currency, which can then be spent to purchase the new dragon riding cosmetic armor set from a vendor in Valdrakken. Patch 10.1.5 also features a ton of class changes, with warlocks expanding their influence, with races like the Night Elves, Draenei, Lightforged Draenei, Tauren, the High Mountain Tauren, and the Kultirans joining the Coven of Warlocks. This gives warlock players a lot more customization options than ever before, as well as access to powerful racials, which may prove useful in both PvE and PvP endgame content. Speaking of customizations, warlocks will also be able to customize their demonic companions in the patch 10.1.5. You can change the appearance of various demons through your local barbershops. Some of these new unique appearances will be tied to specific quests or requirements for you to unlock at a later time, with new model variations added to demons like imps, Fellhounds, Voidwalkers, Infernos, and even the Doomguard, with many more likely to come in a future update. And besides new cosmetic options, patch 10.1.5 seeks to revamp some of our favorite classes by refreshing their talent trees. Classes like mages gain new tools for group utility, with a Spec of Fire finding new options which help expand their fiery combustion burst windows while improving on their AoE gameplay. Frost mages see overhauls to their talent tree, which further improves their burst capabilities, and adjusts their mastery to help broaden the variety of viable talented options. The Spec of Holy Paladin is also getting redesigned, with the core talent of Glimmer, which is popular in most Paladin builds, becoming a staple for all Paladin playstyles. Holy Paladins are also getting new support regarding a range caster playstyle, as well as brand new tools to help them add more flavor as well as skill expression to their gameplay, with many more smaller class changes and adjustments on the way to help improve the feel, playstyle, and talent build variety for many of our favorite classes. Customize your trusty dragon mounts to look like the infinite Dragonflight with the new set of scales to mimic their Time Ward appearance. Unlock these new scale options for all of your dragon mounts by defeating the final boss of the newest mega dungeon added in the patch 10.1.5. If you're a fan of transmogs, then patch 10.1.5 got you covered. If you missed out on some of the older appearances from the last expansion of Shadowlands, then you will be able to queue up for its LFR raid instances as a solo player with this newest update, which allows you an easier access to farm out some of its leather, cloth, mail, and plate armor sets from various raids of the previous expansion to collect all of the unique looks that you might have missed out on. Siege of Orgrimar raid is a popular transmog farming spot, which holds a unique set of shoulders as well as a mount which both drop from its final boss, Garrosh Hellscream. But to get to Garrosh, you first need to clear out the entire instance, which takes a considerable amount of time. This raid is packed with bosses, ancient ruins, battlefields, cavernous corridors, and large open battle arenas, which makes trekking towards Garrosh take considerable amount of time. A new skip is being added into the patch 10.1.5, which allows you to directly skip to the final boss of the instance, available to all players who defeated Garrosh in the past. You'll be able to find a scroll hanging on the wall at the start of the raid entrance, which takes you directly to him, which makes farming transmogs and mounts a whole lot easier. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video and live stream, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video or hang out with the rest of the community to discuss some of the upcoming changes. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.